I wanted to make sure that I held on to a lot of the good things that he gave me as well. He made me fall in love with films. He had really good taste in films. He was a funny guy, much like the character. He was very charming, as a lot of people are in that kind of situation. He also introduced me to poetry, and I'm not a very good poet.
Hey, it's Jim Alexander with Real Talker. Tracie, this movie stayed with me. I've been waiting for a long time to ask you these questions, so hopefully you can help me release this into the world and give me answers.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jim. I'm here. Let's do it.
Okay, direct stuff. I'm going for it. Did you foresee? I know so much of Lily is in you, but what do you foresee sort of the journey of Lily once the screen goes blank and the credits rolling? I kept on thinking about where does she go next to? Where do I see her a few years from now? What was your sort of vision of that?
Yeah, I think I can't remember who said it, but they say every great ending is really a new beginning. And
Yeah.
and I feel like this is definitely her new beginning. And I think whatever you people want her to be, but if I guess, there's some thoughts that she becomes a counselor, and boy, she'd be the best counselor in the world. She picked up that pamphlet. I think that she's gonna have friendship. I think she's gonna find love. I think she's gonna find the family that she always deserved. They just not be, biologically related to her, and that's okay. And there's even hope for the dad, like once I find that once people that have hurt you, you put boundaries up, there are some of them that come around, some of them in that space where they're alone that do change. And who's to say, maybe he does. So.
Yeah, which kind of leads me to the next thing. I saw something powerful in the credits where you wrote, "Thank you for teaching me poems." I'm paraphrasing this. "Thank you for teaching me basketball and movies. I hope you find your peace."
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Like, if you could elaborate at that, is that a sort of a lost connection that you had that I needed to know?
Yeah. Oh,
Was
absolutely. The father character is inspired by my father. It's fictionalized, but it is inspired by my father. And I wanted to make sure that I held on to a lot of the good things that he gave me as well. He made me fall in love with films. He had a really good taste in films. He was a funny guy, much like the character. He was very charming, as a lot of people are in that kind of situation. He also introduced me to poetry, and I'm not a very good poet. That's why I had to have someone else write the poem at the end. I tried. It was really bad. My versions were really bad. And basketball. My whole family played basketball. I'm one of the shortest people in my family, so I had to be scrappy.
there you
Nobody
go.
really picked me. I had to kind of prove it. But these are these memories that I have, and I can hold on to the good while releasing the relationship, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and there was no reconnection or anything like that.
There actually was, and I'm writing something about that.
Okay.
Yeah, which I think you'll like because if you like this film, I think you'll like it. It's only a first draft right now, but the thing is that there is no version of this new script without the boundaries that were placed in the script, right? I couldn't have skipped to this other one because the healing had to happen in the space and the boundaries and self-respect and taking care of myself and things like that. So you need both.
Yes. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. And then another thing, I was scrolling through his credits too, and I saw a visual effects person named Bob Trevino. Was this a coincidence, or is this who the name of the movie is based from?
Yeah, so a lot of people are like, is that a metaphor? Is that, is
Yes.
that is Bob's special effects? Is that and so actually, since it was a work of fiction, I needed to change the name. I wanted to have a name with a really good heart, a name that I could trust and that really meant something to me. And I grew up in Texas, and Bob Trevino was one of my mentors and friends, and his wife has become a friend, and they were always liking my stuff and supporting my filmmaking journey. And I thought, Bob has the best heart. I think if I use that name, I can write this truthfully. And it's kind of like a combination of influences in my life. So I called him up. I said, Bob, I have a really weird question. Can I use your name for this movie? And would you sign it over? And I promise people are going to associate it with good things in the end. I promise. And luckily he said yes. So, and they continue. And now everybody gets a dopamine hit when he likes their stuff on Facebook.
I love it. I'm glad I asked. I'm glad. Thank you for releasing this out of me, all these boiling questions.
Oh,
I
you're
absolutely
blessed.
love this film, and it really stayed with me. And that's a great thing. That's the biggest compliment I can give, a movie that stays with you and makes you think about life. And you did a tremendous job. I can't wait to see what's next from you, Tracie.
Oh, thank you, Jim. I really appreciate it. And thank you. Yeah, thank you for all this. And I hope everybody goes to the
Abs-
theater.
yes. Thank you so much. Good meeting you, Tracie.
Thank you.